all under the tree, open up your presents. I might just be here on my own tonight, huh? I just might. But I had to finish the 12 days of Christmas. How could I not finish the 12 days of Christmas? Hey, TC, how are you? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Hi, Yolanda. Hi, Cassandra. Hello. Hi, Ty. Welcome, welcome. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for joining. Well, I am Dr. Shana. I am here to help you shift from where you are to where you are destined to be. I inspire change, but I teach transformation, family. And I am here with day 12 of the 12 days of Christmas. And for those who don't know me well, I am a motivational speaker, a transformation leader, a licensed professional counselor, an author, a professor, a trainer, an advocate, and all of that just adds up to me being a servant. I am here to serve you, to help you create lives that you can feel amazingly excited about. And that's what I want to do tonight on our last night of the 12 days of Christmas. Hi, Allison. Merry Christmas. I am so hopeful that you have enjoyed this 12 days of Christmas. I really have. It has been absolutely a lot of fun. I've gotten to know many of you, new people who I haven't had a chance to interact with before, and I'm so excited that many of you have decided to stick with me the whole 12 days. I appreciate it. So we're going to end tonight on the 12th day with What's Love Got to Do with It. Hey, Tina, thanks for joining. What's love got to do with it? Y'all know that's a song by Tina Turner, right? What's love got to do? Yeah. Well, I'm not going to sing it to you tonight, but you know, the answer to that, when you think about the season we're in right now, is it has everything to do with it. Everything to do with it. Everything to do with it. You know, this season, we always talk about Christmas being the day that Jesus was born, December 25th. I mean, the reality is the truth of the matter is we don't know the exact date that he was born, but that really matters not nearly as much as the fact that we know that he was born. Thank God for Jesus. I say that a lot. Thank God for Jesus. And I mean that. That's not just a cliche. That's a real, I mean every bit of it. Because if he had not been born, he could not have died to save us. You know what I'm saying? And remember, y'all, this is a conversation. So talk back to me. Is anything that you want to chime in, please do, because I love to be interactive with all of you. Hey, Kendra, thanks for joining. You know, he had to be born. There was a promise made in Isaiah 7, that a virgin would be born, and a virgin would give birth to a baby, and that baby was Jesus. And I am so excited that the good Lord saw fit to keep his promise and make Jesus and have him be born. Whether it was December 25th, January the 1st, it doesn't matter to me what day it was. I'm just glad he got here. Now, here's the thing. We talk about what's love got to do with it. The fact that God loved us so much, he sent his son. We all know that, the Bible talks about, he loved us so much. He so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. And the fact that he was able to do that just speaks to the amount of love that he had for us. Now, this is what I know about us as people. I don't know too many of us that are willing to give up our only born, our firstborn, our third born, or our 10th born child for a bunch of folks that hadn't even made it here yet, that we already know we're going to need a savior because they are just pitiful, full of evil and all the things that have gone wrong in this world. I just don't think any of us would do that. I don't know if we have that capacity for that kind of love. I'm just thankful that God had that kind of love for us, that he was willing to give his only son for little old me. For little old you, for little old you. I get majorly excited about that, family. I really do, because I realize that it is a true blessing, because he didn't have to. We could have just been lost, and he would have still been God. You know what I mean? So it wasn't that he needed us. We needed him. He was going to deliver to us. And so I think about, for Christmas, we think about, family and things like that. And it just draws me back to love, and how love started all of this, and how love is what's going to continue to move us forward. So love for what? First of all, I believe there's love for God. We have to love God. And if you've been with me at all over the 90-day challenge, over the 12 days of Christmas, God is all up in and through this thing for me, because any transformation that is going to occur in my life is going to have to start with him. And I'm hopeful that some of that It rubs off on those who are on these talks, because I hope you get that point. Kendra says we are too selfish to give up our firstborn. That's what makes God so special. Absolutely, Kendra. We wouldn't do it. We'd be like, I don't know those people. Oh, my baby is pretty. I can't get my baby up. Oh no, I love my child. I wouldn't do it. We don't have the capacity. I know we don't. That's why God is God, and we are the ones that need him. But we have to first have love for God. And how do we show that love? We've talked about it for the last couple of nights or so when we talked about staying plugged in. We talked about being powered up. Yesterday, I talked about a touch will do. The idea here is that in order for us to show love for God, we have to obey him. You know, you think about our children and how we want our children to obey us. And if they don't obey us, we ready to jump down their throats. They in a big trouble when they disobey their parents. And we are no less of disobedient children to our Father God than our children are to us. And I think we have to do a better job. Now, I know we have to do a better job of loving him. And by demonstrating our love for him is doing what he asks us to do, by seeking his face, by praying, by reading his word, by asking him what he would have us to do. You understand what I mean? We have to get in a position where we love him as much as we can, and all of our fault and all of our sin and all of our inadequacy and all of it, but we have to demonstrate our love for him. And then secondly, I believe the love that is necessary at this time, especially as we move into our new year, is we have to love ourselves. We have to love ourselves. Now, what does that look like? I've talked to you about setting good boundaries. I've talked to you about creating boundaries that other people get to work or live inside of, because if you don't create them, other folks will make their own, and you may not like how that turns out. Loving yourself means taking the time for you to do things that are good for you, making good decisions that are just for you. Other people may not agree with them. In fact, some folks may completely disagree, but I have said this many times before. It is not a necessary condition for anyone to accept or co-sign on anything that you decide is right for your life for you to be correct about yours. You understand? So loving yourself means that you have to do things that are for you, that other people may not completely understand. You reap the benefit of that. I'm not saying be selfish forever and not help other people and not consider other people, but you cannot help anyone else until you are in a position that you are clear-minded, that you are well, that your body is available to do the work, that your mind is free. When you are contained and your mind is full of strife and stress and frustration, you're no good to anybody, let alone to yourself. So you have to be in a position to take care of yourself first. Kendra says, but God keep giving us chances over and over, but sometimes we just still be disobedient, and then he has to show us he's in control. Absolutely. Tina says you understand. Absolutely, Kendra. We need whoopings on a regular basis. He is in control at all times. Absolutely, 100% of the way he is. But we got to love ourselves, family. And we have to do it, no guilt and no apology. Sometimes we get in this position where we think, oh, well, I can't. Yes, you can. You need to. They say on the airplane, put your mask on first before you can assist anyone else. And that's not by happenstance. That is by design, because you have got to be able to breathe first before you can help anybody else. And then lastly, I believe we need to love others. Y'all, we only live once. I've said this before, and then we die. And we don't know when that day or time is going to come. And I believe that our ability to love other people starts with the love we have for God, and then also the love we have for ourselves. You see, I cannot give something that I don't have. So if you ask me for $1 million and I only have 10, I can't give you 1 million even if I wanted to. So I can't love you if I don't first have love inside of me. You understand what I'm saying? So if you don't have self-love, your ability to love other people is going to be diminished, because you can't give what you don't have. Now, God loved us first, so we all have that available to us, but we have to tap into it. We have to access it in order for us to be able to use it and for it to show up in our world. I've said this before too, that your internal transformation has an external manifestation. So when you have God's love and you love yourself, then your love for other people will be evident, because it's going to show through you. I hope that makes sense. It's majorly important. 3 things we need to love God, love ourselves, and love others. And we have to do it freely, y'all. There is no price tag on these things. Sometimes we look at, when you go shopping, we always look at the tag and say, oh, how much does this cost? You know what? The price has already been paid. Jesus already paid the ultimate price for us, but it costs you nothing to be kind to someone else. It costs you nothing to tell someone that you love, you know what, I love you. There's a definition of love that I've talked about before, is that love is measured by sacrifice. You know, we use the word I love you very loosely, but if you truly love someone, it is measured by sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice? If we go all the way back to the cross, God sacrificed his son because he loved us so much. The Bible tells us so. Now, how much do you love yourself? What sacrifices do you make that demonstrate the love you have for you? What does that look like? Y'all talk to me. What does that look like? If you love yourself enough, how will I know? If I'm watching your life with a camera and you don't even see me, how do I know you love you? What does that look like? What are you doing that you may not be doing if you didn't love yourself? And if you are loving other people the way, what will that look like? What will you be doing that you wouldn't be doing if you didn't have that kind of love? I don't know. I just think it's majorly important that we be in a position to love. That is such a great privilege that we have as people, is to love. We have hearts to love, but it's measured by sacrifice. And you know, today is Christmas Day, and it's a wonderful day. Many people are celebrating. But the thought of all of this really hit home with me today. This afternoon, we were preparing to leave to go to our family's house for holiday dinner. And when we were leaving out of our neighborhood, some of you may have seen this on the news today. I mean, literally, right at front of my neighborhood, onto the main street, right off of my neighborhood street, Highway 249, there was a major accident. I don't know if you saw it on the news or not today. But we saw that, we didn't know what had happened, but you could clearly see all the road was blocked off. I mean, literally right from the corner of my neighborhood. It was absolutely tragic. And then later on, what we learned is that 2 people died in that car crash this morning. And that was only because there were people who were racing on the streets. They were car racing, which is a frequent thing that happens on 249. And someone pulled out a station that I pull out of every single day by these cars that were racing and lost their life. They did nothing wrong today, family. They were doing what they would always do on a Christmas morning, getting gas, perhaps on their way to a loved one's home, but they never made it. It really drove the point home to me, because when we were running late today, and had we left on time, based on the timeline that we saw, we could have been either witnesses to that or potentially in the throes of that, because literally it was right outside of my neighborhood. And it just reminded me of just how precious life really is. When we think we have it all together and we think we have forever to do what all the things we want to do, the reality is all you have, and I said this before, is right now. That's all we have. And if we don't have love, what do we have? We need to love each other. We need to love ourselves, and we have got to love God. I mean, these are things that are not optional. I said earlier, a couple of days ago, what are your non-negotiables? It is non-negotiable to love God. It is non-negotiable to love yourself, and it should be non-negotiable to love people in your life, you, your family, your friends. You have got to love people. You have got to love all of us. Your love should show in the action that you do without looking for something in return. Very good, Kendra. That's a great point. I'm not always looking for something back, but I just love because it's in me. It doesn't come with again, there's no return receipt that I'm going to get this back, but I just do it because I do it. Tina said, but God, the delay is God's. Oh, yes, Tina, I took it for that. When I found out later the timeline of everything that happened, I said that was only God that slowed down the process today, that allowed us not to be on the streets at that very moment, because we would have come out exactly at the point where that accident occurred this morning. And it could have been, who knows what tragedy would have been there for us. So I just thank God. All of it is his business, and I just get behind him. I always say stay behind the light, because he is the light. And as long as we're behind him, we can always see where we're supposed to be going. And so the idea here, family, is just love. I'm hopeful that this whole 12 days of Christmas, I'm going to do a recap for you and tell you what we talked about. We've had some great conversations. If you enjoyed any of this, just say so. Tell me what you enjoyed the most. I have so enjoyed this. I had no clue where this was going to go. I never do, y'all. This stuff is always organic for me. But I'm just thankful that you decided to stick with me this whole time. I'm trying to find my list that tells me what all of the 12 days were. So day one was count your blessings. Day two was stay inside the lines, boundaries. Day three was cry if you want to, because sometimes there's grief and sadness to the holidays. Day four was power up. Stay connected to your infinite power source. Day five was to forgive or not to forgive. Day six was check your lens. What are you focusing on? Day seven is open the biggest gift first. That's the present. Day eight is how to get what you want for Christmas. You just got to ask. Be assertive. Day nine was it's non-negotiable. Those things in life that need to be non-negotiable to move you in the direction that you need to go. Day 10 was tell the truth. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying about things in your life that aren't adequate or right. That's how you create transformation and movement, by telling the truth about aspects of your life. Day 11 was yesterday. Just a touch will do. Touching the hem of his garment, connecting to God and staying connected to him is majorly important through faith. And today's day 12. What's love got to do with it? It has everything to do with it. Everything to do with it. I have absolutely thoroughly enjoyed this 12 days of Christmas. If you enjoyed any of it, just let me know what your favorite thing is. I have enjoyed it so much. I'm hopeful that you spent a wonderful day with your family today, and you also felt the love. You demonstrated love. Now, I gave you a homework assignment yesterday, and I told all of you I wanted you to find a way to touch God, touch Jesus today. Did you do your homework? If you did it, let us know. What did you do to create the touch? And that was a conversation. That could have been prayer. That could have been a Bible study. That could have been talking about him. It could have been any number of ways. But did you do your homework? As a good professor, I always have to ask, did you do your work? I'm just majorly excited that we've made it to this point, that we're all here together to celebrate in this way. Because again, that I'm such a big on your journey, and I want to support you. I also have compiled a list of all of these 12 days of Christmas. So I will, after tonight's, when I finish tonight's talk, I will post a link that allow you to download the 12 recap of the 12 days of Christmas. If you missed any of them, great, and you can have it in a PDF form to review. And then on top of that, I told you the last couple of nights that I am offering you a great gift just because it's the holidays, and starting the new year fresh on fire. I want to help you walk into 2018 on fire, and I'm talking about blazing, y'all. Blazing. They're like, ooh, where they go? Look at them. And I'm doing that. I have a course called Today I Decide to Transform My Life. I've shared with you that transformation is a conversion. It's moving from one state of being to another one, never to return to the previous state of being ever again. And this entire 3-week course is built on teaching you how to create those decisions to create transformations for your life. It's a wonderful training. It's 3 weeks. Actually, it ends up being about 4 weeks of work that you walk through at your pace, but I send you material once a week to work through for that. And then on top of that, in January, I'm having a master class. Now, this I am majorly excited about as well. I love class. I'm a professor. I teach. This is what I love to do. And so this master class will be 3 weeks in January. You'll get the dates once you sign up for the class. So 3 weeks in three different dates in January. We'll meet by webinar. We'll be face to face with all of us in this class, and it's new you transforms you. That's what we're going to be talking about. I'll be helping you create goals, setting them, and learning how to walk them out. And you want to start the year strong. Folks talk about New Year's resolutions, but I don't believe in that. I believe in creating 365 goals. My goals for the year, the things, the transformations I need to have for this year, I want to create those in the beginning and then break them down so I can make sense of them, so I can walk them out day by day. Sometimes we have so much at one time that we can't do everything at one time. So we have to break it all down. Tina says, oh, your favorite was Count Your Blessings. Oh, yeah, that was the first one, Tina. I did. I enjoyed that one as well. Yolanda says, you have taught me to be true to myself. Yes, I did do my homework. Wonderful, Yolanda. She says, I have learned to be true to myself. Excellent. Thank you. You are more than welcome, Yolanda. I am a servant. This is what I do. Y'all, it gives me life when you talk back to me. You let me know how these things have touched you, because while you are being touched, you also touch me. I'm one of those. There's a transfer of energy that's here. That's why when you talk to me, I get life, because that energy gets transferred from you to me. So I appreciate you very much. Ty says, absolutely blessed me. The lessons have truly helped me, but the homework assignments are building blocks for me as I continue to transform. And in celebrating with my family, I was more mindful was more mindful of being present, yes, with my family more instead of being too busy because we never know when our time of no longer being on the earth will come. Absolutely, Ty. We do not know. I am so thankful, so grateful that you were here, Ty, and so thankful that you were able to take some of these thoughts and implement them. That's what it's all about. I tell you, if we just talk, that we have great talks, y'all, but if you don't integrate any of this work into your life, then they were just conversations. Your capacity to then take this information and transform it into your life is what makes all the difference. That's where your shifts begin to occur. So, Ty, I'm so glad that you were able to enjoy your time today with your family because you were present and not somewhere else. That's amazing. It's wonderful, 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 wonderful. Hi, Dina. Thanks for joining. I just really am grateful and thankful for the opportunity. I hope that all of you will continue. You'll see more of me. I'll be back on at least once a week or so until the new year. Actually, we got a week before that, and I'll be talking a little bit more about the course as well and giving you some other information about the master class that starts January the 9th. I cannot wait for that. 3 weeks in January. Kendra, focus my lens. Sometimes I look at things in a blurry way. All right, Kendra, that was one of my favorites too, because you got to check your lens. I told y'all I wear contacts. You take them from me, everything is going to be a blur. That's my kryptonite. But if you focus correctly, you can see everything clearly. Absolutely. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So I will be posting the link that you can get to download all of the 12 days of Christmas in a PDF. You can have it for yourself or share it with somebody. Either way is perfectly fine. Also, the link to the New Year Transform You is also up on my webpage or on my webpage at drshanadlewis.com. Go there, check it out. It is a $30 investment, y'all. It is a value of over $400. I am giving it away, giving it away, giving it away because I want you to start your 2018 blazing on fire. You only live once. I say create the life you want to have because you only get one opportunity, family. I'm just saying, the passion I have for this is just unparalleled. But anything that I know outside of my love for God, I love doing this kind of stuff for you. I love it. I love it. I love it. So if there's anything I can do to assist you, inbox me. I'm here to help in any way. Many of you know when you inbox me, I always respond because I want to be able to here to assist you. So please do that. If you have questions, let me know. If there's a topic you like, Dr. Shana, can you talk about this? Inbox me. I'm open for conversation. Whatever your needs are, I need to be meeting those. So inbox me anything that you want to hear us talk about. But in January, I'll probably spend most of my time with the masterclass because I want to be sure that I focus and support the folks who want to commit in that way. But I definitely hope you decide to make that commitment. But visit my website, drshanadlewis.com, or check out my Facebook page. And that's where you'll see the link to that course. $30 investment, over a $400 value. And I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great way to start your new year. You get a course as well as a masterclass. You can't beat that, family. All right. Well, I'm going to let y'all go get y'all third or fourth round of food because I know sometimes we eat all day on Christmas Day. Great holidays. I don't want to hold you anymore, but I'm thankful for your willingness to be here with me along this journey for the 12 days of Christmas. I have loved every bit of it. And I appreciate your participation and your comments. I love it. I love it. I love it. So just to recap, we are going to love God, love ourselves, and we're going to love others. What's love got to do with it? It has everything to do with it, family. So let's always keep that in mind. All right. Remember, your next transformation is only one decision away. Make it a great one, family. Make it a great one. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your holiday week. I will be in touch. I will see you guys soon. Y'all take care. Happy holidays to you too, Kendra. Bye-bye.